Hello Taurus, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. So some of you may have been in a relationship with this person. Could have been a situationship. Could also be simply that you've exchanged glances on many, many occasions. And you know there's something there, but no one's speaking up. Right. Also, for those of you who are new, my way of reading is just a little bit different. I actually don't channel through any spirit guides. I never really have. And only at the end of this video, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel to provide you with some guidance, some advice based on the cards that show up today. All right. You actually have an extra card that just popped out. Oh boy, a lot of clarity there. There's grief over the fact that there's so many differences between the both of you. Oh my gosh. Wow, okay. You have here a few dark cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are feelings and emotions of your person of interest, but because they are so intense, it is possible that that you are also feeling this too. Some of you may be feeling betrayed, or you may have betrayed this person. Some of you may feel a lot of grief. You also know that there's a lot of differences between the both of you, and somebody here feels victimized. This is a jam-packed reading. My goodness. A lot of energy here. All right. The first card is the strongest. Now, let me just go back for a second, guys. I mentioned this card, this card, this card, this one, and this one, but there's also this one. All right. This is embracing the shadow, the dark side of this person. So we have here pleasure, followed by inspiration, illusion, betrayal, compassion, embracing the shadow, hearth and home, grief, beliefs, and then we have victim. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Taurus, I do feel a lot of pleasure in this connection with you. The pleasure that I feel is spiritual as well as physical. And it is something that I remember fondly. It is something that I want to have in the future. You also have this way of inspiring me. This inspiration exists just knowing that you exist. My world before was black and white. But ever since you came into my life, things have become colored. Everything looks different, smells different, feels different, tastes different. That different is better. I like it. You inspire me to create, to write, to paint. There's things about me that I never even knew. But now it does appear as if I have a few things, a few talents, and you brought that out. But I am embarrassed for what I've done. And for that reason, I don't really show my face. I hide behind a false mask, behind a veil, not truly exposing myself to you. Because I do feel what I did was wrong, and I understand what I did was wrong. I also feel that in this connection, I'm embarrassed simply because I know what I've done wrong. I betrayed you. The connection that I have with you was once full of truth and faithfulness. But time went on and things changed, and I behaved in a way that was very unpredictable, as if I'm a stranger, and to you it seemed as if you never even knew me at all, simply because of the way I have behaved. I do have these feelings of compassion. I do feel compassion for what you have gone through, for what I have put you through, and I don't like what has happened. You already had a story before I met you, but then when you met me, things were okay for a little bit, but then when things started to go downhill, I made things even worse for you. And this is why I have sympathy and empathy for you, and compassion. You were very naive, very innocent, very gentle, very soft. I manipulated you. And I know what I did was wrong. I was very impulsive, compulsive, and aggressive. I wanted things to be done my way, because that's what I liked. You have seen that side of me now that is very dark. And I do feel that in this connection, this dark energy sometimes controls me. Right now there's a whole lot of awkwardness. I do feel awkward. And I also feel a different sense of an environment that is now very uncomfortable. Everything that has happened so far has changed my opinion, has changed my view about what we were before and what we could potentially be in the future now. In you I have found, and I had found, a hearth and home. Wherever you are, that is where my home is. You are somebody who is very gentle, very soft. And you have always been that type of person who has this affection, unconditional love, always willing to lend a hand, to embrace that which may even hurt. But you have been my strength throughout this time, and I didn't even know I had somebody like you. And what bothers me now is that I have regrets for the way I behaved, for the way I treated you. This entire time, I have felt sadness and melancholy, and I have felt grief, guilt, remorse, regret for the things that I have said and done, and for the things that I never said that I should have, the things that I never did that I should have done. I also grieve because you and I have drifted far apart, and I feel like I'm losing you. You were that shining star in the darkest of skies that existed in my life, and now I'm losing that star. Once it's gone, I'm afraid I will be in darkness. I'm afraid that I'm losing you. I do feel that in this connection, I should have been more open, more honest, more understanding, comprehending what it is that you were going through. I misinterpreted many things, and I never really thought about it. But now I realize that our differences are vast. Our differences are huge. I was born and brought up in a different way, and so were you. There's so many differences between us. Our opinions, our morals, our ethical values. Things are quite different. Yes, there are similarities in our interests, but our beliefs are very strong. And I can't change who I am And I know you won't either. Overall, I do feel that in this connection, there's a sense of victimization. Because you were so sweet and naive and gentle, I took advantage of you at some point in time. The advantage was for me to overindulge, to take advantage of you, to use you in so many ways, manipulate you, emotional manipulation, sexual manipulation, psychological manipulation. I used you and turned you into the victim of my desires, the victim of my needs. What I needed, I always wanted from you, and you gave. But I took you for granted too, and I took advantage of you. And now it makes you feel as if I used you, which is why I do feel grief, and I feel that I've betrayed you, and this is why I am embarrassed. The entire situation is very awkward, and the environment now is very uncomfortable. You may wonder why I don't reach out. It's because I am thoroughly embarrassed for what I did. All right, Taurus. Now that was a pretty direct message, wasn't it? Wow. Some of you may have not had a lot of experience in relationships, or even hookups, or some type of connection that you had with this person. Whatever happened between the both of you, this person feels and realizes that you were somebody who did not have a lot of experience. They know this, they feel this, and that is why they regret it. Because they took advantage of somebody who was not at the same level as they were. They couldn't take advantage and they couldn't manipulate somebody that was at the same level because the other person would know that this person is manipulating them. So they chose you as a target. I know that's hard. Do I see love right now? In these cards, not right now, but the thing is also remember this is a general love reading, right? So this is not personal. You're not going to be able to see or get the details here, but there is a lot of admiration and there's a lot of appreciation. There's a lot of inspiration, and usually inspiration is because something has made such a huge impact on someone's life, or someone has made such a huge impact. So you have made a huge impact on this person's life to the point where you have literally shook their beliefs, as well as made them grieve. And also you've made them feel very embarrassed. So a lot is going on here. Goodness me. All right. Let's have a look now at so we have here the Lover's Path Tarot. And, whoa, okay, all right, got you here. And in this deck, it just literally split in half, and then the other part just went flying. Okay, King of Cups, and we have the Awakening card. Okay, so these cards I read in the reverse, but I read them to see what is the reason why. So I do look at the why. Why is it that in this connection, the both of you have had this issue where things started to go downhill? What truly happened? King of Cups and the Awakening card. So we have here the King of Cups. Let's have a look. The King of Cups here traditionally talks about practical artistry, mastery, and emotional wisdom. However, Taurus, what ended up happening with this particular person that you were dealing with, this is what happened. They were not able to learn from love relationships. and they were not able to live up to the ideas that they had as dreams. They started to lack emotional maturity, they started to lack wisdom, and they started to lack integrity. This was somebody who once symbolized these forces, and this is how you saw them to be at some point in time in the beginning. Here, the reverse talks about the desire to have more control over one's artistic aspirations, or even one's aspirations. The need to stop fantasizing about things and finally getting back to work. This is somebody who became very inconsistent and unreliable. Wow. The reason why, Taurus, it was because of a lack of maturity, wisdom, and integrity. And so everything about them started to completely change. We also have here awakening. Okay. So awakening here talks about traditionally creativity, success, fertility, and optimism. But if I was to look at the reverse, what it would mean is a lack of creativity, a lack of success and not wanting to be successful, a lack of fertility or growth, and a lack of optimism. Now we also have here, in the beginning, when things were beautiful, they were very beautiful here. In the beginning, there was a sense of emotional awakening, an expansion and life-affirming energy that brings opportunities and optimism, love and sexuality, creativity and procreation, relationships with children, family, and friends. There was this huge, beautiful feeling that was building up inside of your heart and mind as well as theirs, but it was more in yours. However, things started to change. At some point in time, this person started to feel a lack of optimism. There was a fear of expansion. They did not want to take opportunities. They were creatively blocking opportunities. They did not feel the need or the desire for intimacy or any type of love or emotion. They were feeling very unsure of whether or not they wanted to create something with you, whether it was having a child with you or adopting somebody or moving in with a family or to a family, whatever type of growth that was going to increase the number in your life between the both of you plus a few other people. They were not ready to do this. Things started to change for them. And this is what happened: an unwillingness to accept affection, problems with children, family, friends, society, creatively blocking and creatively being blocked by external and internal forces, and the refusal to grow. But this person was not growing. So they knew they had to grow. They had to grow up. They had to grow as a human being. But they were not able to, and they were not. So this is a problem that had occurred. And this person was starting to become very inconsistent and unreliable when it came to the way they expressed their feelings to you. And this would have gotten you upset. This would get anybody upset. And this is a reason why the connection was not able to move forward at that time. From this person's point of view, it wasn't. From your point of view, you're just wondering, what happened? Why is this person acting like this when in the beginning things were okay? So here it does show a lack of integrity, a lack of that push, that type of spark. But remember, you had the inspiration card. That is important, because once upon a time they felt a lack of inspiration. But now, since you've been gone, since there's distance, they're starting to see you and think about you, and they're finally starting to feel inspired. A late bloomer, that's what they call them, right? Late bloomers. This person is a late bloomer in this connection. They realized certain things after the fact. Okay. Let's have a look here at the Lovers. Nope. The Beginner's Tarot deck. Oh, the Moon. Betrayal and lies. Certain things that happened behind someone's back. Here, we're looking at any actions, any intentions that this person has towards you. Any kind of move they may take towards you. Are they going to make one? Absolutely, yes. Yeah, very nice. Okay, you actually have here 2 cards. Oh my god, look at that. Okay, just give me 1 second. One card is, there you go. You have a beautiful card here, Page of Wands. And you have the 5 of Swords. Get ready for it. Yay! Look at that. 10 out of 10, you got the 10 of Cups. There comes the family once again. Wow. Wow. It's as if this person, you see, it's as if you knew what you wanted, right? You were with this person, and they didn't know what they want. But when there was distance, they started to realize what they want. Like I said, late bloomer. We have here a few cards that are a little kind of complex. The Moon, 10 of Swords, and the 5 of Swords. The rest of them, absolutely beautiful. The Moon card here talks about how this person, unfortunately, may have been going, behind your back, doing certain things, saying certain things, and it really is not a good kind of a situation that may have occurred, because it talks a lot about lies and betrayal and doing things behind someone's back in the dark. And whatever was happening in the dark will come into the light, because if it's lies, there will be truth eventually revealed. Here we also have the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands does talk about how this person is completely, they have this huge desire to reach out to you now, because they've realized what they've done in the dark. They don't want to do that. They don't want to be that anymore. They want to reach out to you. This card, the 8 of Wands, does talk about a lot of promise. It talks about how this individual really does want to just reach out to you, contact you somehow. They want to have this commitment that they want to give to you. And what's interesting about it is the commitment they want to give to you. It is something that's going to be very passionate and long-term. That's what they want. Because you have the 10 of Cups here, I can see it's long-term. So are they going to reach out? Is there an action here being taken? Absolutely, yes. There is action being taken. It's beautiful. We also have the 10 of Swords. So for a period of time, this person may have left your life. And they may have, I'm getting the word frolicked around, had a look at other places to see, was the grass greener on the other side? Turns out it wasn't. And by the time they're coming back into your life, they've been hit by 10 swords and on the ground. They can't get up. They feel that the universe and their fate really stabbed them in the back. The things that they believed were not true. The things that they had thought could happen for them, the friends that they believed had their back, they didn't. There was a lot of betrayal from other people too. But you need to understand, Taurus, that it's also karma. Karma from here, jumping onto there, right? Something that they did in the past that was in the dark. Certain things will come back and bite people on the bottom. Yeah. So eventually what happens here with the 10 of Swords, a new day is dawning. They will stand up, get those swords out of their back, just like in a Looney Tunes show. No matter how many times somebody dies, you still wake up. Here, similarly, there's 10 swords, but this person's going to stand up, dust off whatever they have on their pants or their shorts or their knees. They're going to get up and they're going to what? They're going to message you. Do they message you like a king? No. They're very nervous. They're very timid and shy. They do not have the type of confidence a king would have. Do they love you as a king? Yes, they do, because of the 10 of Cups. But are they able to approach you in a very bold kind of way. No, they can't, because they don't feel confident enough. Do they want you? Yes, they do. So they are going to reach out to you and send you some type of a message, even if it's a small and short message. Just know that the intention is because they want to do something more in this connection. It's a very beautiful, beautiful card. Now we also have here the Five of Swords. So with the Five of Swords, it does talk about how in this connection there has been a sense of competition, and ego and pride has also taken place. This person wants to be the one who's the victor. They actually want to win you. They want to win your heart. Why are they doing this now? They're doing this now because now they are officially afraid of losing you. Because so much time has gone by, they actually see you as somebody who has a lot of potential. Because, remember, was the grass greener on the other side? No, it wasn't. It was just a bunch of rocks. It was just a mirage. And so they saw and they realize now that things are not better on the other side. Definitely not. And therefore, they're going to try by hook or by crook to somehow win your heart back. And here we also have the Ten of Cups. Absolutely beautiful card. This person wants a home with you. They want sunshine, beautiful garden, beautiful children, family. If not children, it could be fur babies. It could be your pets. It could be your plants even. So this person wants prosperity and growth, and they want that with you. It's beautiful, guys. This is there was a struggle, and this person has been through darkness, and now finally they see the light, which is amazing. And that is exactly why here you have two cards, the Eight of Wands as well as the Page of Wands. This person definitely is going to reach out to you, and the intention is because of the Ten of Cups. They do want something promising and permanent and loving with you. Do they love you? Yes, they do. Are they in love with you? Yes, they are. Very nice. Very nice. I like that. All right. Let's have a look at what the angels have to say about this. These messages are from Archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel. I'm just going to do a quick prayer. All right, let's have a look at what the angels have to say about this card. Well, not this card, but about this reading. Okay, this card just popped right out. Ask your angels. Meditation brings answers. So it does appear that some of you may need to take some time out to meditate or to pray, because meditation is also just prayer. You're just talking. Wow, my goodness me, you got all these cards here. These are all spiritual based cards. So some of you have lost a lot of faith. Some of you have felt so neglected by fate and destiny that you haven't really been talking here. You haven't been talking to people. You haven't really been socializing and going out and meeting people. You've been very sad. Wow. Holy smokes. I have not had this type of a reading. This is a very different type of reading. These are very peculiar cards. No, okay. I need to, this is no under the bottom of the deck, but what I need to do is find out why. What does the no stand for? Represent. Romance. That doesn't help me. Take action. This is very strange because this is not making... Eventually I'll make sense of it, but I just need to pull out some cards to understand this. Success. Not the right time. Okay. Oh, I got you. Okay. Okay. Can you guys see that? Alright, you guys can see that. Oh boy, that took a while. Alright. So, first card's the strongest here. there are some questions that have been on your mind that perhaps you should release from your heart, your mind, body, spirit, and soul. You need to release this. The best way of doing this is also asking your angels. Here, you can meditate or pray to the way I do it. This is my example, the way I do it. You don't have to do it this way. But in order to deal with the angels, you should go through the Christ consciousness and from his Father, who is Jehovah, or he has other names, not just Jehovah, but he is the supreme God, who we call God, and who we call God is also manifested itself in the form of masculine energy, although the source, has feminine and masculine energy, but it prefers being in the alpha state because it can be more of a go-getter. That's plain and simple. That's the way it is. How do I know that? My angel guide told me. So here, you can focus on the Christ consciousness. Through Christ, you get to the source. You ask the source that you need to get help and permission from him to give you Archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel, to bring them down. And then when you simply say that, the next thing you say is you give permission to the angels to help you, because the angels can only help you when you give them permission. Now, because you have free will, we also have here, once again, meditation brings answers. What these 3 cards indicate to me: ask your angels, meditation brings answers, and trust. So you ask your angels. Once you do that, then you'll start to meditate or pray or just talk to God. Talk to him. It works. The stronger your connection is, it's like a Wi-Fi connection. The stronger the connection is, the faster and stronger the upload and download speed will be. The information will come and go very easily. But the weaker the connection is, your connection in faith, that will lessen the amount of uploads and downloads, and it will only create a little bit of distortion. You won't be able to hear the whole message. So this is something that comes, through practice and through faith, belief. Ask your angels. Eventually, through meditation, you will also be receiving answers. But apparently, they want you to keep asking more questions as time goes by. They are telling you here to trust. Some of you might still not trust. So they are saying for you to trust in the divine. Trust in divine timing. Trust the fact that the universe has got your back. They don't want you to be in a situation that is not meant for you. Sometimes certain things are not good for you, and we think that we are in love with this person and we can do anything for them. This is my person. Unfortunately, that's how we think. But the past, present, and the future, that all exists at one point in the spiritual realm, the celestial beings are able to see if in the long run this is going to be okay for us or not. And sometimes a situation stops as soon as it begins because it wasn't meant to be at that time. Because it would make us either sick or it would put us in danger or in harm's way in some way. So do understand that there's a reason why certain things do happen when it doesn't go our way. You have back-to-back 2 cards here, and there's only 2 cards in this entire deck that talk about talking to other people. You got both cards, one after the other. Ask for help from others and helpful people. Very, very interesting. So they are saying here a second time. So first it's ask your angels, now it's ask for help from others. Some of you might be going through a lot. You may truly have been very naive, very innocent, and this has taken a traumatic toll on you. I'm seeing the word emotional trauma right now. So some of you might actually have been very traumatized, and I understand that. And what they're telling you to do here is talk to somebody, talk to a therapist, a counselor, a doctor, talk to a friend, family member, talk to somebody. It is important. This is not the type of one where I say, this is not where I'm seeing that you go online and you do, you have a look at a video and that'll help you. This is actual physical communication with somebody where your energy is being sent out into the universe and being released by you. That way it becomes less of a burden inside of your heart, your mind, body, and soul and spirit. Here we also have helpful people. You might not even realize that you have a great set of people that actually care about you, that actually do want to be somebody special in your life. This is really interesting. There's a whole lot of things that happen here every day when people are talking to you, when they have gone through some experience. You talk to them and you can gain knowledge from their experience. Why do you have to go through it? You don't have to go through it. Somebody else already went through it. So with helpful people, yes, you can look at some videos, read some books, see what other people have gone through when it comes to this type of a situation. Be better equipped, right? Here, a year from now, things are going to change for you. It's going to take a long time. But it's not just you, it's this person too. Right? This person needs to be on the right track in order to get you and to be in that Ten of Cups kind of mindset. But it's not going to happen anytime soon. A year from now sounds very far, but it will zoom by just like that. We also have here, no need to worry. So they are saying here, trust in divine, meditate, get those answers, ask some people, ask your angels. There's no need to worry, because a year from now, there's going to be success. And they want you to take action, because this is a spiritually based romantic connection. But no, right now is not the right time. That's what that means. Wow. Taurus, that was heavy. What you guys doing? This was really different. I've never had this combination before with these cards. There's a lot of self-reflection that you guys are being told to do. Sometimes we become so busy with our daily life that we don't really think about meditating or talking. Many times I've told some of you in my videos, when it's time for like coffee or tea or something, literally just take 10 to 15 minutes out for yourself. And just sit in a corner somewhere, stare outside the window, whatever you got to do. Just be a bit more mindful and think about your day. Think about what you want to do. Just think about yourself. Don't really worry about what's going on outside. What's important is that you kind of reevaluate who you are, the true you. Are you healthy? Are you happy? What can you do to create a better balance? Why is there an imbalance? What do you need? What can you let go of? Have a little session with yourself and talk to the divine. And sometimes, some of you, you will receive answers. And it could be through the divine. It could be through messages, through online billboards, like online banners, or like billboards that are outside on the road when you're driving. You see these signs and it means something to you, but it doesn't mean anything to anybody else. Or even asking other people for help. You will be getting that type of information from people. This was a very different reading, Taurus. Very intense. It does show me that a lot of you are just, you're kind of like working. You don't have that time to focus on yourself. But what the angels here are saying, do focus on yourself and have a little bit of a social life as well. Talk to some people. Eventually, a year from now, things will be different. There is going to be success. You will be able to take action. There will be romance. And the romance is a twin flame, soulmate, or karmic partner. That is what this person is. And no, right now is not the right time for any of this. This is the time for you to do some self-reflection and to talk to some friends. All right. Wow. That was your reading. I felt that was very, very intense. All right. So some of you, if you are very interested and if you're kind of having a hard time, I'm still doing love readings. Those are my written report readings. And also for those of you that may not understand this person's personality that much and the type of scenarios you're in, I do have my other channel for those of you who are new called Asnointia Audio. And on that channel, which is my YouTube channel, Asnointia Audio, you'll see that I have a few videos related to romance, which is the spiritually based romantic connection. So have a look at some of those videos. They'll give you a better understanding as to why you feel the way that you do, as well as the other videos that I have, which are strictly based on relationships, real life relationships. And in that I have talked about how people feel, how the masculine energy often feels in these type of connections. And the best thing is, I know how they feel. So I've created those videos based on the way you guys have had your issues, your problems. I've noticed repetitive patterns and trends. Therefore, I started those different types of videos. And they are apparently, they're very helpful. So I'm very happy and thankful that many of you found them to be very encouraging, very helpful. And do have a look on the other channel and let me know in the comments on the other side too, if it helped you and if you have any other suggestions for any other types of videos. All right. Taurus, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys again. Take care. Bye now.